What's up? What's up? Week 10, weekly kickoff. What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
Oh, man. Week 10 already. We are creeping up real quickly on playoffs already.
Flying, dude.
Well, I'll tell you what's even more danger close is those trade deadlines in these leagues.
Man, getting
There are
real.
about 2 weeks left on those.
I mean, it depends on your league. I mean, 3 of mine, the trade deadline was last week.
Yeah, those are weird. Usually week 12 is kind of the standard
Yeah, that's an early trade
week.
deadline. But that's kind of cool with a dynasty, I guess, having that trade deadline to go with the NFL one. I could see how that kind of
See, in my dynasty, I don't have a trade deadline.
Yeah, because it's your
dynasty.
There's consequences all the time in a dynasty, yeah. So now, Tyler, granted, in your dynasty league, people tank and do all kinds of crazy. That is the wildest, most controversial dynasty league I've ever witnessed in my life.
Dude, they're competitive. That's what you want. When people are throwing fits and they care about people tanking and people are like trying to strategically tank where it kind of doesn't look like they're tanking, like there is maximum effort going into either losing or winning or just giving somebody a hard time.
Now, that league, Kyle, reminds me of our Roll Tide league, our home league, where we have to worry about people. It's funny because Kyle gets really pissed off at, trying to keep people in line in there, and we all get pissy with each other. People are trying to circumvent the rules however they can, right?
They're really trying to find loopholes. And I'm just like, I've never heard
about that league so much that we're willing to screw over our best friends however possible so that we can get the title of champion in there. I mean, people are desperate to win that league. And so, yeah, people are complaining and trying to find, maneuver around ways that are not supposed to be. It's hilarious.
Loopholes and collusion trade, loaner deals and stuff.
The problem is me and Kyle have a target on our back in multiple leagues, but especially that one. People don't trust us in trades, and then they actually do collude so that we don't win in that league. And they've admitted to it. We just try to keep you guys from winning, and that is tough. So winning in that league is extra sweet. So, alrighty. So we have a couple guys over here already with us. We got 3-man bunk bed. What's up? Love seeing that. Alrighty. Chandler already in here too. Start Burrow or Fields? Do we trust Pollard going for it? Okay, let's start with one of these really quick. This week.
Hitting quick this week.
Yeah, I like it. Burrow or Fields this week? I'm gonna go with Burrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Burrow too.
Burrow's
been on fire, and Fields fresh off an injury, even against Carolina, has me a little concerned the first week back.
Yeah, I'd like to wait there. The good thing is, there could be some upside there with Fields in his rushing, right? But like I said, he's coming right back off of that injury, and that makes me a little nervous. And Burrow, again, has been on fire playing against Houston. Never thought I'd say this. Could be a shootout.
Dude, the Bengals are killing it.
So was Houston.
Yeah, but the Bengals...
Their offense is killing it.
Yeah, but I mean, the question wasn't about Houston's offense, so I'm going with Burrow.
I'm talking about a shootout.
I'm going with Burrow.
Yeah, I'm going with
I don't think, even against a bad team, I think Burrow's going to throw it all over the place.
Yeah. Do we trust Pollard going forward or start Connor first week back with Kyler?
Nah, stick with Pollard. He had a couple of tough matchups. If you see his schedule over the next 5 or 6 weeks, it's nice.
Yeah.
He's got the Giants this week, bro. Play him.
Oh, yeah. Though I do feel like this is almost two questions in one. How do we trust Pollard going forward, or do we start Connor this week? I mean, Pollard for rest of season, I like for sure. But I like Connor rest of season. Honestly, with Kyler being back, I like both of them rest of season, and I have them both in multiple leagues.
I'm trying to get Connor in my lineup every week, but not to replace Pollard.
Yeah, not to replace Pollard. Yeah. I think I like Pollard there just based off of that schedule, and he's very talented. But Connor is also a workhorse, so I like them both, honestly. But I'm not starting.
And this week, Connor against Atlanta, he might find a little tough sledding.
Maybe. All right, Caden in the house as well.
Oh, we missed the last part of that question.
Oh, there was a third question. Sorry. Also, Debo, Ridley, or Amari. Sorry. All right, so you got Debo, Ridley, or Amari Cooper. Sorry, I'm looking up some matchups here.
Debo and Ridley play against each other.
Okay, and Cooper against Baltimore.
I think that rules out Cooper for me.
Man, I think if I remember correctly, Cooper did pretty good against Baltimore earlier.
I don't really mind the Baltimore defense against Cooper. I will say, we got some Deshaun Watson out there this past week, and man, he was highlighting Cooper. Like, let me get it to Cooper every time I can get it to Cooper.
Yeah, I should know this.
They were also playing Arizona, but
I was gonna say Baltimore.
Baltimore's been playing pretty good D.
Baltimore shut down Amari Cooper last time, but Deshaun Watson also wasn't a quarterback that week. So
they played Detroit pretty tough. It was a really good passing game. I don't know. I think Cooper. I'm leaning Debo here. If you had Christian Kirk instead of Ridley, I'd lean that way.
So you like Debo first game back? Hadn't played in 3 weeks. You like him first game back after the bye?
Over the other two options, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not a Debo guy, but Ridley's the number 2 in that offense behind Kirk. And then Amari against Baltimore. I don't like that matchup. So, yeah, I'm going with Debo. I think maybe they try to get him going first week back.
It's possible. I'm just not really trusting Ridley right now. What a letdown. Sad about it. All righty. Now we're moving on to Caden. Would you trade Saquon for DeAndre Swift? Or would you package? Wait, like a 1-for-1?
Never do a 1-for-1. Never
do that. But
you trade, yeah. If you're doing a 1-for-1, the person that's trading you obviously feels like they're winning. Now, I guess if you think you're winning, it's fine. But I'm keeping Saquon. That offense is going to run through him. It's going to have to run through him, and we've seen Swift taper off.
Well, Saquon Barkley is about to get 30 carries a game
until he gets banged up. 3 games.
And even then, they might roll him out there and give him 20 a game.
Hey, by the way, if you're tuned in, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. We are going to try to get to everybody's questions as quick as possible. If you want us to prioritize and go immediately to it, you can super chat. But, we're going to try to roll through it. Just hang in there with us as we try to get to yours, and appreciate all y'all for tuning in.
No doubt about that. Okay, so yeah, you're right. DeAndre Swift has really tapered off. I mean, he's not getting. He
just looks like he's stumped. He looks like he's tired. And Kenny G came out coming out like, hey, let me show you why I was the guy at the beginning of the season that the Eagles were talking about.
I mean, in fairness, DeAndre Swift's probably not used to playing more than 6 games a season, so he's probably tired.
He's already over his quota for the year.
Right.
For real, though. My goodness.
And that's after not playing week 1 at all.
That's funny we say that. 13, 13, 14. Okay, he's played most of the season and all of his years, but still not as funny. Alrighty. Rams signed Wentz. Hurts Puka Cup a lot. I mean,
I like it a lot more than who started last week.
Yeah, Ripien.
Yeah.
Pass. Wentz is always good for at least 3 games. Like 3 games, he's going to light it up. And then he falls off.
I don't worry about him as much for these types of receivers, though. Like, I think he can get it to his slot guys decent enough that they're not going to fall off that much.
Yeah. I'm not worried about him, honestly. I think it's a boost from Ripien. So, I mean,
I think
Wentz is
it's a
starting
boost.
in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, like seriously though, like Wentz, like at the beginning, like when he first went to the Commanders, at the beginning, he was killer for like 3 or 4 games. Which if you're Sean McVay, you looked over the league and you're like, who can I get really good production for at least like 3 to 4 games before they fall off a cliff? It's like, hey, Carson Wentz. It makes sense. Let me get somebody that will chunk the ball for 3 to 4 games, and then I'll be back with Stafford, and we can try to make a Super Bowl run.
Yep, it's pretty much all you needed.
Exactly.
All right, over here on Instagram, Stroud versus Bengals or T-Law versus the Niners this week?
Ooh, Stroud.
Stroud, dude.
Yeah, Stroud's lighting it up. I'm going Stroud on that.
T-Law's going to get sacked 3 to 4 times.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah, minimum. This will be the Niners' first game with Nick Bosa and Chase Young.
Oh, that's not even fair.
Still don't know how they're accomplishing.
And then Chase Young will get hurt, and it'll be the only game with Nick Bosa and Chase Young.
Rough. Luscious Lucius, what's up? Welcome in. And is Goddard a drop? Or is he already full and need a tight end? IR is already full and need a tight end. Only options are Otten, Everett, and Jonnu.
Oh, fuck. Give me Otten. Give me Cade Otten.
I hate to drop Goddard. Like, what is in your IR? That's what I want to know.
But Goddard's like, isn't he out? Like, didn't they say like 6 weeks or something like that?
I mean, he did break his arm. When I watched the replay, I was just like, "Oop, that's broke."
You know, to be honest, because we're week 10. I mean, he could be back in time for the playoffs, but drop him for now. Grab a tight end. And then if you have somebody else you can drop around week 14, 15, go pick him back up for the playoffs.
Yeah, you're going to have to predate him coming off IR and try to get him.
Yeah.
But I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay dropping Goddard.
I think Goddard could be a drop there. Going out here, next 3 matchups are 1st, 6th, and 13th. Best matchup for QB at the Rams. So Wentz probably going to be pretty decent.
Hey, but check this. When they talk about who to pick up, like Otten, the last 3 games, 20 points. Sorry, I don't know. I'm looking at a different scoring system. Let me go back.
You're looking at tight end premium junk, huh?
yeah. Well, a lot of most of my leagues actually are tight end premium. But I mean, you've got the last 3 weeks, you got double digit games against tough defenses. Atlanta, Buffalo, and then he goes to Houston and freaking gets 2 touchdowns, 70 yards, 6 receptions. Like him and Baker are vibing. And
here's a fun fact about Baker Mayfield. When he was in college, guess who his tight end was and who he liked to throw to a lot? Mark Andrews. He loves throwing to tight ends. Loves it. And so I'm not surprised. I thought coming into the year, Otten would be pretty good. Took him a little while to catch on and build that chemistry, but I am not surprised that him and Otten have built a rapport at this point.
Yeah, I like that. So that's a sneaky grab. I think you're good for several receptions and possibly a TD every game. It's like he's got the TD upside of Ferguson. Yeah, like he's targeted in the red zone.
I'm going to stick with a couple of these tight end conversations down here while I'm here. Gart career high fantasy finishes tight end 10. So drop him, he's replaceable. And then half point PPR, Otten, Schultz, Jonnu. So are you going Otten or Schultz, though?
Schultz over Otten. Because I like that they're letting – I mean, so hopefully the Texans had a wake-up moment. The Texans, were passing at the beginning of the season, and it was, obliteration, right? Like, they're just sailing the ball. And then they tried to go on this run-heavy scheme for, 3 weeks, and it's just boo-boo. Yeah, it's boo-boo. And then last game, the defensive coordinator head coach goes, you know what, CJ? You just go do you. You just go and throw that football around like you're in your backyard with all your friends and just do your thing. And he's like, all right, let's go. Throws for 5 tutties and 400 and whatever yards.
Like that, coach? Is that what you meant?
Yeah. And and guess who he highlighted a lot? Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
Man, he highlighted everyone a lot, if we're being honest.
Everybody did have a lot, but I mean, Schultz has been a decent contributor all season.
He really has. Well, yeah, he's starting to work his way in there.
He has, but it has certainly improved recently too.
Yeah, I mean, right at the very beginning of the season, first 3 games, no real production, and then since then he's been pretty solid.
Yeah, since week 4, double-digit points, except for the, random week 8.
But everyone has those. I mean, look at Kelsey just had one of those. So,
but a touchdown in every one of his all of his last 5 games except for 1. Tutties. That's what you want.
He had 27 points this last game, and that's with a fumble lost. So he would have had nearly 30 points. That's crazy. We got Wendy in the house. What's up, Wendy?
What's up, Wendy?
Guillotine. I have to drop either Pollard, Hubbard, or Stevenson. Thoughts? Bye, Hubbard.
Hubbard. Deuces.
Yup.
Because I still feel like it's weird in that offense. They were like, we're going to highlight Hubbard this week. They give Hubbard a majority of the carries, and somehow Miles Sanders rolls out and is more effective with what he gets. It's like
whoever's the number 2 there is going to be better.
Yeah.
They flip-flop them, and it flip-flops with them.
Yeah, crazy. If I'm Chuba, I'm like, nah, thanks. I'll take the backup, bro.
Yeah.
He was just, Miles Sanders is just more efficient. It could just be circumstantial. I mean, look at when Pollard was the backup versus when he's been the starter. I mean, more efficient.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could just be, situations are situational,
Situations.
Where's AJB when we need him?
No doubt. Avery, what's up, man? Looking to get more receiving depth on my team and have a lot of running backs. Would you rather trade James Conner or Alexander Madison?
Alexander Madison.
Madison, yeah. Madison. I love James Conner, dude.
Now,
he's a monster.
Even though the Akers injury helps Madison a little bit more, Akers was starting to eat into that workload. I still like James Conner.
Conner's just a better running back, period.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Ty Chandler doesn't really eat into Madison's workload that much, but I'm liking Conner there, dude. He's just a workhorse and just good at it too.
And I think he'll find an easier time running with Kyler back too.
Agreed. Yeah, that offense is about to open up a little bit. Ravens are the second hardest matchup for Cooper. Debo gets 18th best and Ridley gets 12th best. Still Cooper. Look at that, man. The science lab bringing it tonight.
Appreciate you, Mad Science.
Love it, Mad Scientist.
He's with Cooper on with me.
Yeah, exactly. Anton, Jordan Love, Will Levis, or Josh Dobbs? Tua on a bye.
I don't want Jordan Love. I'm interested in Will Levis. But, man, did Josh Dobbs look like a freaking monster his first game.
Who's Minnesota play?
So they play New Orleans, and then Levis plays Tampa Bay. I think I'm going
with Dobbs.
Oh, really?
I think I'm going with Dobbs, too. I worry. So, New Orleans, what did they allow? 1 game all season over 20 points? A little there. But, man, Dobbs just looked like he was ready. And Dobbs uses his feet. Dobbs throws the ball. And just that multifaceted game, I like you're not going to get a rushing touchdown with Levis. Probably not going to get a rushing touchdown with Love. You could get that with Dobbs.
Man, I don't know. I just saw that Tampa Bay defense not defend a pass to save their soul this last weekend. So, I don't know. I might like Levis and Hopkins this weekend again. Hopkins might eat again.
If I have Hopkins, I'm playing him, but I'm not playing Levis.
I'm not to the point where I can start Levis comfortably.
No, Hopkins was usable last week, but Levis wasn't.
The weapons that Josh Dobbs has is what makes him more dangerous here. And you're right with his feet too. Like he could score a rushing touchdown. So I think Josh Dobbs is your best one. I'm done playing devil's advocate. I do think Hopkins could be a start though this week again.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the mad scientist agrees with you on Levis. He's got an easier matchup.
Yeah, but I think Josh Dobbs still gets it done, even though it's an easier matchup. So, look at this. Yeah, see, Love gets 19th best, Dobbs 20th, and Levis second best. Play Levis so he can light up that shitty pasty. Yeah, I just don't trust it yet. I play too conservative to actually trust that. I think if maybe it's a situational thing again. Situations are situational.
Situations are situational.
Maybe if you're needing that boom play.
Stupid shit.
To me, sometimes it's just not as easy as who has the best matchup.
No, I agree with that. To me, Dobbs just
I wish it was that easy, but it's sometimes just not.
Dobbs has the players, the experience. I think I'm going with Dobbs on that. All right. Oh, Avery said his starters are JT and Etienne. That was earlier with would you trade James Conner and Alexander Madison? Still sticking with Madison on that.
Yeah.
But great running back room.
Yeah, I like that.
Love this. Never do a 1-for-1 at the same position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do I trade White and Pickens for Diggs?
Rashad White's really been playing well recently.
Yes.
Especially his pass catcher out of the backfield. He's really picked it up.
Yeah, and I can't remember.
Pickens, there's some recency bias there, but the kid's still a stud.
Oh, here's what you should do. Down here, he asked another question. Puka, Madison, or White, what wide receiver should I target to trade? Dude, that means you have Madison. On this other one, do Madison and Pickens for Diggs. Call it good.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah, I would do that. Try to do that. Rashad White's kind of coming alive.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can get Madison there, and Madison had a good week. He had over 17 fantasy points, so maybe you can sell high on that. With Akers going out, try to convince the guy that Madison's the man now.
Rashad White is finally doing what I hoped he would do when I bought him in both my dynasties this offseason.
Okay. Here's one here for George. 8-1. You can see his team there. Question is, should I trade Walker for Bijan?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Are you
should I do
Bijan?
what?
Hey, Tyler.
Should I trade Kenneth Walker for Bijan?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I'm trusting Bijan enough for that.
Walker ain't doing shit either. Shake it up.
Yeah, I mean, like we just talked about it. It's a 1-for-1 running back trade. You would go with who you like. Personally, I like Walker. He's been more effective. Arthur Smith likes leaving us in this conundrum of who's it going to be? Is Bijan going to sit out with a headache? Or is he only going to get 7 touches? Who the heck knows?
Now,
I would rather go with Walker, who I know at least is going to get a split share. And the only reason that the last couple games, they play from behind. When they play from behind, Charbonnet gets highlighted more because they're passing the ball. But beginning of the game, it's Walker until it gets to that kind of game script. And I don't think they're in that game script all the time.
Okay, wait. Now let's listen to some of his schedule here. Starting week 12, San Francisco, Dallas, San Francisco, Philadelphia. Then Tennessee has proven to not be much. And then championship weekend 17th is the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's got a pretty tough schedule, Kenneth Walker does. Whereas Bijan Robinson gets to play Arizona next, then New Orleans, then the Jets, Tampa Bay, Carolina, Indianapolis, then Chicago on championship weekend.
I would still keep him for at least the next 2 weeks.
Man,
Freaking Washington, Ramondre roasted Washington, which I said he would do.
Here's the thing. Looking at the last couple of weeks, though, Bijan's had more carries and more catches than Walker both weeks. I think Bijan just has more potential.
That schedule is what's going to look good there. And they both have good matchups this weekend. I mean, Bijan's playing Arizona, so he's probably going to do pretty decent.
I take Bijan, if for nothing else, than the fact that he's more involved in his passing game than Walker is in his. Give me those PPR freebies.
Sure. 4 targets last week. 5 targets, no catches the week before.
Yeah, Bijan this week had 2 catches, which equals the same amount for the last 2 weeks for Kenneth Walker combined. So I'm just saying, like,
What I'm saying, it's not like it's like, oh man, he's getting all the catches. Like it's not like a grandiose difference in the two as far as like those things go. I do agree that he's probably going to get more, and they'll probably use him more. Hopefully, Heineke will at least throw the ball and get the ball out. So I like that. You know, I just think that Walker's down, like it's been a game script thing for him the last few weeks, and I don't think it stays that way.
yeah, but once they reach that hard part of the schedule, are they going to be down to
Just
San Francisco, Dallas, San Francisco, Philly? Like, these are going to be tough games, man. That's a tough stretch trying to get to the playoffs and into the playoffs. That's rough. I'm going Bijan.
Me too.
Tyler's on an island, and he'll
I'm
probably.
not saying the difference is huge, but if I'm picking between the two, I want Bijan.
Yeah, I like them both. Honestly,
they're similar to me, and if I'm
it's
like
a flip a coin.
If I'm trading one for one, like I'm trying to be the person on the other side that's like, I need you to add. I need you to add.
If I have Walker, I'm trying to get Bijan plus.
Because I'm in the same goes the other way. If I'm Bijan, I'm trying to get Walker plus. Like it goes both ways. But yeah, like if you're trading Walker, try to get more with Bijan, sure. But if I'm picking between these two, it definitely comes down to splitting hairs. And when I split those hairs, to me, it comes out Bijan.
Same. But again, it's splitting hairs. Yeah. Puka, Madison, White. What wide receiver should I target if I do a 2-for-1? Are you trying to trade off of Puka, huh?
If you're trying to do, I wouldn't trade White. Put Puka and Madison. I mean, shoot for a top receiver, dude.
Yeah, I'm good at a top receiver if I'm doing this because Wentz gave Puka hope again. Wentz gives Puka hope again, and I'm not. I mean, he's obviously talented. Like I'm not bumming him out because he has a down, like a couple of mediocre weeks. He's got freaking Ripien throwing on the football.
Yeah, you should be able to do pretty decent with that. All right, let's see. Half point. No, we already did that one. Sorry. Hey guys, Goff or Mayfield this week?
Goff.
Yeah, I'm going Goff as well.
Yeah, I like Goff.
Goff's got a lot of weapons, knows how to use them, and the Chargers are a great matchup.
I will say though, and I know, I mean, it's probably preaching to the choir because you guys are, Boomer Sooner, Baker Mayfield fans, but man, the guy is a gamer. Like he's playing football this year. It's exciting. I'm pumped for him. I hope he gets him a contract. I hope they stick with him. I mean, he's pulled. I mean, he's been playing good ball.
I was sad for him this weekend though. Like he drives down, gets that drive.
It was a killer drive.
It's just like hell yeah. And then next thing you know, he's just sitting on the sideline like, what just happened? Like what happened to my defense? Like that sucks. It was like probably playing for Lincoln Riley all over again. Just like why is there no defense?
Yeah, freaking like how do you? So you come to the table, you play a killer game, you drive down, your defense gives up 5 receiving touchdowns, 470 yards through the air. Like, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Well, but this is why it's so annoying. People are like, oh, that quarterback's not winning games. It's like, what the hell does he have to do? Like, he did his part, but then they look at their win-loss records and they're like, oh, that quarterback's not a winner. He's not winning games and stuff. Like, they were doing the same thing with Dak this weekend. Like, Dak's not going to win the championship for us. Like, Dak did his part. He had a great game. Like, he couldn't have played much better. Honestly, like
yeah, no, I mean Dak did have a great game.
Twitter fans, that's what I call these people.
And here's another thing I'll say about this question, Heat Lifer, is like either one of them is a really good play this week. Baker playing Tennessee is a good matchup for him. I really like the shootout potential of Chargers Lions.
Yeah,
so I think that'll keep Goff throwing a little bit longer than it'll keep Baker throwing.
Yep.
So that's why I picked Goff. But honestly, I think you both have a pretty good game this week.
Yeah. Dominic wants to know T-Law or Kyler as my bye replacement. Which one should I keep for my backup QB? Kyler, first game back. How you feel about that?
I'm nervous first game back, but I'm also nervous about playing T-Law against the Niners.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I am going with Kyler.
I'm going to go with Kyler because I want him going forward. And if you
Yeah.
can only keep one, like, I'm keeping Kyler between
Yeah,
the two.
I'm not
T-Law
playing
hasn't been
T-Law.
great this year, and I definitely don't want to play him against the Niners this week. So
What's the rest of the season look like?
For T-Law?
let's see, Niners, and then Tennessee, Houston, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Baltimore, Tampa Bay, Carolina in championship week. So that's not a bad little schedule there. Let's
No,
see.
the only one you really got to worry about is the Cleveland matchup.
Yeah, the Cleveland matchup would be tough, but like Kyler, he has Atlanta, Houston, the Rams, Pittsburgh, a bye, San Francisco, Chicago, Philly. So San Fran and Philly in the playoffs is tough.
Now, this is his backup, though, because
That's true. Yeah.
So this is just a backup.
If he's just a backup, like
but Philly,
Kyler this week, then hang on to him.
I'm not worried about Philly though. Philly's been letting people throw all over him.
Yeah, Kyler won't be able to scramble much on him because they'll get him. But like if you just need him for this week essentially and as a backup, go with Kyler. Go with the easier matchup this week, and then just hope nothing happens to your starter.
Yeah,
I'm not risking it on Kyler. I hate T-Law this week against San Fran, but I at least think that they could have to throw a lot to try to keep up with San Fran. So that leans me that direction. But
do you have any other options besides these two for
do you think Kyler really has been studying film while he's been off, or you think he's been playing the new Call of Duty?
No,
you think he's going to come out and like really air it out, and Hollywood's going to be stellar?
He's been practicing for 2 weeks already. He's been practicing for 2 weeks already. I think he's going to come out fine.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine.
Practicing in full for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough though. Like coming back into an actual NFL game right off the bat. His advantage is it's against Atlanta, but I don't know. I just long term, I like Kyler more than even this week. I think I like him more than T-Law. And then just it doesn't matter going forward if he's just your backup. It doesn't matter that much. You just want some sort of talent. So I think I'm just going Kyler. Do I start Ingram or Otten?
Ingram. It's not a great matchup against the Niners, but he's had good games against tough matchups all year. So
I just like Ingram's floor.
Yeah, his floor is 10 points, and that's he hasn't even scored Has he scored any touchdowns yet? I know he hadn't as a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember if he scored since then.
Evan Ingram has not scored a touchdown this season.
Still no touchdowns, and his floor is 10 points.
Yeah, that he's the number 7 tight end with no touchdowns. It's either saying some really bad stuff about tight ends this year, or it's speaking to how good he's doing. But I mean, he's not booming anywhere, but he's safe.
The week that he scores a touchdown will be a huge week.
Yeah, I agree. Real quick before we move to the next question, if you're watching, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are going to try to get through all chats here. There's quite a bit, but we'll try to get through them all and help you all. If you need us to answer right away, don't want to wait around, you can do a super chat. We'll jump right to you.
If you do a super chat, I will also send you some free Fat Thor feet pics.
Well, there we go. There will be
from Halloween night. You're welcome ahead of time.
We also just appreciate the support. I'm good on the feet pics.
You are allowed to
decline. If you missed the Halloween stream, that was really fun. That was a fun night. That was a good stream. But you'll learn a lot about Canadian candy if you go back and watch that episode. Just FYI, it's silly. Canadians are silly. So
Canadians are kind of silly.
Yes, candies are silly.
We're talking about James. Yes, he's a silly Canadian goose.
Oh, too funny. Alrighty. Should I drop Miles Sanders or Goddard for Schultz? My other running backs are Bijan White. Yeah, just drop Goddard. Yeah.
If you can get Schultz, drop Goddard. You don't need him.
Yeah.
Schultz is doing better than Goddard anyway.
Yep. Oh, what's up, Marcy? Welcome in.
Marcy.
What it do?
We got Jacob in the house here. 2 on bye. And I've been holding Kyler my IR spot. Should I roll out Kyler or pick up someone? a lot of people holding Kyler in their IR spot. I have him in a few leagues. I've been holding on to him as well. Best options are Dobbs, Heineke, or Howell. 6-point passing. I mean, I
don't hate Howell.
Yeah, Howell's the one.
I'd probably roll with Howell there if I'm being honest.
No, they are playing Seattle, but I mean, Howell's QB6 on the season.
Yeah, I think I would roll with Howell there.
That's hard not to. Yeah. Does that mean you're gonna have to drop Kyler?
Probably if he's in his
but damn, Howell's been doing good though.
Howell's been playing really well. I'm okay.
What I hate is that I once had Howell. I think I had him in the off season in a dynasty league and ended up having to drop him. He was a roster casualty before season started, and I'm really sad about it.
I mean, looking at Howell's rest of season, and apparently he's going to be a backup anyways, but like Seattle, the Giants, Dallas, Miami, bye, Rams, Jets, Niners. That's his schedule.
Yeah.
Championship week is going to be tough against the Niners, but
he's your backup.
And Dallas might be a little tough, but the rest of them are going to be not too bad. So,
yeah. Yep. So, going with that.
But especially just for this week, I'd rather have Howell.
TB equals pass funnel.
Yeah.
Dobbs equals Dobbs. What are we doing? Forget the matchup. Dobbs career third stringer. But he's been doing decent. Good enough.
Good enough. Got on that W this past week.
Right. Caden says, if someone had a gun to your head, would you start Gabe Davis or Rashee Rice? Gabe dropped a donut for me last week. A little guy is a Muppet.
We said it last week. Rashee, and what did he add? He had the first touchdown of the game. What are you doing? Come on.
Rashee's the man right there, man.
Well,
Gabe Davis is completely touchdown dependent.
Here's the thing. Rashee Rice is on a bye this week. Oh. So I'm gonna say Gabe Davis.
That's probably a good idea.
But last week I was all over Rashee Rice. If you watched any stream last week, I was Rashee Rice.
Yeah, Rashee
Our boom bust column, Rashee Rice. I was all about it, and he come out and scored a touchdown right off the bat. And,
right off the bat.
And then he didn't do anything hardly after that.
That whole offense just
the whole offense shit the bed after that. But yeah, I mean,
for Buffalo, I had Kincaid all week, and I put my money where my mouth was. I put $500 on the over on 7 receptions and 40. Yeah, it was 7 receptions, 40.5 yards. Needless to say, I tripled my money. It was a good. It was a good parlay. Who was this? Huh?
Who was that for?
Dalton Kincaid.
Oh yeah, good bet there.
I will say too, if there's a week you have to play Gabe Davis over Rashee Rice, this week against Denver is the perfect week to do it on Monday night.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one. All right. Do I do Taylor Mixon Cup for Bijan, Ridley, Stafford? I already own Puka, so I don't want Cup. Really want Bijan. I am not doing that.
I'm trying to figure out, is Taylor, are we talking about like Heineke? Like, is it quarterback, running back, receiver for quarterback, running back, receiver? Or are we talking about JT Mixon Cup? Because then it's like obnoxiously backwards.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, if that's JT, then that's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I think it's a no either way. Even if it's Heineke, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm not.
I agree. I'm not feeling that. But God, I hope that's Heineke.
If you're wanting to trade Cup because you have Puka, you can do a whole lot better than that deal.
Yeah, put Puka in there instead of, if it's Heineke Mixon Puka, then I would maybe do that, but not for Cup in there. Let's see. Jorge says, guy that has T Hill, JT needs to win now. Who do I offer for T Hill or JT? I have Henry Madison. Ooh, we're gonna come up with a trade right here.
If you're 7-2, why are you chasing?
I mean, if you can get Tyreek Hill or JT, I'm chasing it too.
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll package Madison and Pickens. Bye. package Lockett and
yeah.
so even like Rashad White. I mean,
I'm taking Madison and his pick of any of those wide receivers getting T Hill.
Honestly, you could take all of that minus White and package it and get both of them. Put Henry, Madison, Puka, Lockett, Pickens, and go get Hill and JT and just ride off into the sunset.
Honestly, not that bad of an idea. Just go for it all, man.
Hey, I have a question though, and I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here, but what's been up with the Miami offense in your opinions?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
I mean,
we go from like 70 points in a game to like, it just boo-boo last week, week 4. I mean, they're just not.
I mean, last week, okay, so this weekend playing in Germany, it was exactly what I said. These high-powered teams go to overseas, and it kills them. When they go overseas, it just kills them. And those teams both looked trash compared to their normal selves. I mean, KC came out kind of hot in the beginning, but then they just tapered off. I mean, they tanked. And then Miami finally got some of their crap together, but they're just not themselves when they're overseas. Maybe they don't have Snickers over there. I don't know. So I don't know what's going on, but these teams, these overseas games just aren't the same. And so I was kind of afraid of that happening, and then it happened. I mean, we talked about that last week. I mean, other than that, when you think about Tyreek, like, he's been putting up 25-plus points, like, against Philly, the New England, and then Kansas City, he fell off to 12.5. So, I mean, I'm not really worried about it. And then they're about to get Achane back. Yeah, that's gonna
you had 70 against the Broncos. They had 20 against the Bills and a loss. 31, 42, 17 against the Eagles. It's the Eagles defense.
Yeah.
31 against the Patriots. 14 in Germany. Like, they're still scoring points except for Germany and the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, Germany is pretty much the only game that I'm concerned about. Like,
it's just they all look sad after the 70-point outing against the Broncos. Honestly, right. I think that set the standard, and now we've just been disappointed. But I mean, there's still
Tyreek had a bad week, but we had a lot of people have bad weeks last week. Tyreek, Kelsey,
yeah, there were a lot of big players.
Both of those were Germany players this week too that you just named. So,
yep. I'm gonna need Taylor Swift to do her part and start showing up to these freaking games. That's really killing me.
Yeah, does she really even love him if she didn't go to Germany? I mean,
I'm thinking not. Thinking not. Stroud for MVP, a little bit far there, but
rookie of the year for sure.
Yeah.
I thought the captain was gonna pop on.
Yeah, well,
he said he might, but I think his wife is sick, so he's kind of iffy.
Oh, I've got a family to take care of. Whatever. Is Stroud a sell high? Trying to work a deal for Lamar. Got Andrews.
Nope. Screw Lamar. Keep Stroud. Ride him. Ride him into the playoffs, man. You are too worried about the stack. Too worried about the stack.
I like the stack.
I was gonna say
I like the stack too, but I would prefer to just ride Stroud, man. Lamar Jackson has had
sounds questionable.
3 good games all year.
I don't know. That's the way I would have phrased that.
Yeah, never mind.
No, I meant it the way I said it. I am riding him all the way to the playoffs.
I was about to send Stroud to IR. The good thing about Stroud is he's already had his bye too. So Jackson still has his coming in week 13. Kind of sucks, but also that stack's just real nice. But honestly, looking at Stroud's schedule, I think you're right, Kyle. I think you
schedule is nice.
Stick with Stroud.
He plays Tennessee twice in the playoffs.
Eek.
Now he plays Cleveland sandwiched between those two, but
and that's the week you lose.
If you have a good backup that week that you can stream, then you're all set. But Lamar is just too inconsistent. Like, to him, like, matchups just don't even matter.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think I'm going with Stroud right there, which is nuts. Let's see.
The same week. So the same week that Stroud plays Cleveland in the playoffs, Lamar Jackson plays San Francisco. So they both have a tough matchup that same week.
Yeah. Kyle, there may not be room for you to ride Stroud. It seems like James is already doing it. So that's going to be a double team.
I thought he was taking care of his sick wife.
Sounds like he's busy doing
He posted that a while ago, yeah.
Guess you're wrong.
He can type, but he can't come on here and talk. Because
that sounds like somebody else on Sunday mornings that we know. I'm just saying.
Let's see. McBride or Pitts, full PPR.
This week, I guess he means.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to go for. Vito. Pitts is playing against Arizona, of course, and then McBride playing against. So they're playing against each other. I think I'm going McBride.
I'm going to go with Pitts.
I'm taking Pitts.
Ooh.
You're on the island, Corey.
It's so lonely. I think I'm going. Yeah.
It's about time Corey gets on an island on something.
Dude, I tell you, it's rare, right? It's really rare that I get on an island out there. But, yeah, I'm sticking with McBride on that. Wasp fellas. Where? Anyways. Millie. Welcome in, Millie's 4-5 in his money league and 9-0 in my 18-team league. Love it. My money, all my losses came with 10, 15 points. It's always that one decision that burns me. Man, that sucks. Rock Out says, got a trade offer for my Walker for Aaron Jones, but not sure about him. Oh, I'm not trading Walker for Aaron
Jones. That's not even close to what I'm trying to do with Walker. Come on.
Bye.
That's a hard no.
Yeah, tell that guy to suck it. That is not okay.
Now, if you can get maybe. But I mean, like anytime, look, if you're sitting there and somebody sends you a trade and it's a position for the same position, immediately your response should be, so you're sending me that, and because otherwise, why, if you didn't think you were getting the better player, why would you send somebody in the same position?
It's an immediate red flag.
Yeah, the immediate thing is, okay, that's your starting point. So what are you willing to add with him?
Yep.
You just say, oh, well, I thought they were fair. No, you didn't think they were fair, or you wouldn't have done it.
Right.
Nobody's going to trade just to trade. You're trading because you want the better player. So to get the better player, pay up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just doing you a favor. I figured, that you'd want Aaron Jones because he's better than Walker. No, that's not.
I know you're a Green Bay fan, and wanted to cheer on your Green Bay Packers.
Hey, not that I've tried that, but
dude, I had somebody in a league tonight that tried to send me a trade offer like that. He wanted to see me Achane for Pollard. I'm number 1 in the league, 7-2, trying to send me that. He's like, oh, he'll be really good if you're just patient. I'm like, yeah, but I can use this guy the next 2 weeks. Why would I?
Yeah.
Why would I do that? Like straight across. It's stupid.
Sports affiliation in the house. What's up?
What's up?
One of those 1-for-1s here from Hidden X. Hey guys, should I trade for Pollard?
Oh, God, what's on the one?
Oh, that's not. I read that wrong. Should I trade for Pollard or Saquon? Sorry.
Trade for whichever one you can get.
Yeah, either one.
I'm trading for Pollard.
I'd rather have Pollard, but if you can get either one, I think it'll help your team.
This is why I don't want Saquon. Saquon, the rest of the season, will see 8 in the box. Every game. He's going to be their only offense. So, to me, I would rather have Pollard. At least they have to play the pass. Dak carved them up this past week, which, opens it up for Pollard a little bit. I don't want Saquon with 8 in the box. He's too fragile.
Yep. And all he's got to do is step on someone's foot in all that mess, and he's done for the rest of the season.
But if you can't get Pollard, he's not a bad consolation prize either.
I agree with that. But definitely Pollard first. All right. We know how we all think on this George play. Kate Otten.
Otten, yeah. Njoku's just not involved in that offense enough. Even with Watson playing, he's not.
And Njoku plays Baltimore this week, so I'm not super excited about that. But I'm going.
I just meant on the season. I want odd and even. Like
Right. I know. I'm saying though, even if he's just asking for this week, so I was covering both.
yeah.
Let's see. Oh, all right. Let's try to do this quick here. This is tough. 3-6, trying to make the comeback of the year. 2 teams for you here. Choose which you'd rather have. Okay.
So I'm guessing y'all are number 1 and 2 in the league, and you want us to see who we think will win.
Probably.
This seems like a network question.
Yeah, this is tough to.
It does. Yeah, it really does.
This is really hard to put together.
At first glance, I went team 1.
Yeah, at first glance, that's kind of where I'm at too. But yeah, if you go to fantasyfootballadvice.com, you can sign up for our website there, and you can actually post both rosters and probably even do a poll, and people can vote. So you can head over there. Let me see if I got that little graphic. There you go, fantasyfootballadvice.com. You can go over there and sign up, and we're on there answering questions. It's a social media site 100% dedicated to fantasy football, and you can go on there, ask questions, answer questions, join the community, and have some fun. Alrighty, let's try to get over here. I know we still got these questions just rolling in here, but then going over to those graphics. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh,
I left the graphic up. Jeez. Get it together, man. Okay. Woo. We're here. We got it. All right. Javonte or Stevenson, full PPR.
Oh, I forgot who New England plays. Indy? Yeah, go Stevenson.
Yeah, I'm going Stevenson there. If they'll just give him the workload, dude's a stud. What are you thinking, Tyler?
Probably Stevenson. I think I like Javonte. I think Javonte's getting more work. I'm still not high on Stevenson. He had a big game this past week, but I said he would have a big game. They sold their 2 big defensive ends, and Washington did. And where did Ramondre beat him? On the outside, where we knew he would beat him, and he had a decent game. I'm still not big on him all season, but if I had to pick,
here's what I don't understand with you. Najee gets all this grace, and he's sucked all year. Stevenson has been better than him almost every game, and yet you're just not big on it. I do not understand that.
I'm not super big on. So the Najee conversation was driven in Dynasty, like for Steve. If we're talking, obviously we're talking redraft. We're talking about next week. I like Stevenson better next week. I might like Javonte a little bit more rest of the season.
Javonte does have a pretty decent schedule coming like week 13 on, but I don't know. I think I want Stevenson from here on out.
I think Tyler just doesn't like New England.
That's possible.
I like Hunter Henry.
I'm not much last week. I'm not much of a New England fan myself, but I do like Ramondre Stevenson, and yeah, I think Henry. I mean, with Kendrick Bourne going down, I think that brings Hunter Henry back into the mix there. So
I hope Ramondre gets it going. The last 3 out of 4 weeks, he's had double-digit points. 2 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. Okay, he's had 5 targets, 6 targets, 5 catches, 6 catches, 2 catches, 4 catches. Like, it's looking up for Ramondre.
It's getting there.
I'm good. They're both trending up. Like, Javonte's also getting more work.
Very true.
But I do like Stevenson. I'm with you guys. I like Stevenson this week.
Yeah, they're both in tough situations there. Their offenses are both kind of. All right, Daniel. Would you guys do Higgins for Olave?
Yeah,
I want Olave over Higgins.
Man, I like Higgins.
I like Higgins too, but I prefer Olave still.
Yeah, I like the number 1 receiver over even a good number 2. Personally.
I don't know.
But Higgins does have a better quarterback that's on fire, and
I just may be on the. I may be with Higgins. Higgins did this last year. I mean, he caught fire in the last end of the stretch of the season. I mean, he was targeted like crazy last game. I don't know. I like Higgins. I think either that's kind of one of those. It's like whoever you prefer. Olave finally got a TD last week, and everybody's excited. You know.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Higgins. I just
It's
have
like the
trouble
week of the
trusting
finalies.
too. But you're right. I mean, it's kind of whoever you prefer. They're probably going to produce. I don't know. I like Olave more, but that's just the number one on that team. But with Burrow coming alive, I could see an argument for Higgins, but I'm picking Olave. Oh, Millie says, "Damn, Kyle, finally some Falcon love from you with that Pitts."
Was it the Pitts or the Bijan? Because he was all about Bijan.
I think it was probably the Pitts.
It was the Pitts or McBride question.
Yeah. Yep. Guys, I'm gonna say it again. If you're watching this video, please like it. It's free. Just a little click. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, get us to 20 likes on this one. We will appreciate you. Call your friends. Tag it on your Facebook or Twitter. Bring them on in for the last bit of the show. Get us to 20 likes. Oh, we got 18. Boom.
Oh, 2 more likes. Get it together, people. Come together.
Help us out.
Well, we got a few minutes left. Like, we got to get to 20.
We got to hurry then.
We got to get to 20.
All right. Let's see. Half PPR, Debo, Jacksonville, or JSN versus Commanders?
Debo.
Ooh, that's tough. Give me.
I want Debo. Oh, it went down. It went up to 19 and then went back down to 18.
Oh,
somebody didn't like the Debo comment.
JSN, I'm worried that they're just going to run a lot against the Commanders, so I think I'm also just going Debo there. All right. Who wins a trade? Adams, Amari Cooper for Bijan, Garrett Wilson. Got Bijan, Garrett Wilson for me is the side I want.
Pretty clearly to me, that's the winning side, yeah.
Yep. Let me see. Trying to find some here that we can get to. Just got Kyler Murray. Do I target Will Levis, Jared Goff off waivers?
Will Levis. I like Goff.
I want Goff there.
Goff should not be on waivers.
Yeah. Let's see. Should I trade Andrews, Amon-Ra for Kelsey and Devontae? Half PPR. 3-6. Kelsey has a bye this week.
Nope.
Gotta win now.
I don't want Andrews and Amon-Ra. I mean, I love Kelsey, but I like Amon-Ra and Devontae.
Yeah, I like Kelsey, but I don't want Devontae. So I'll take Andrews on Amon-Ra.
Yeah, I want Andrews
all day over that other side.
Yep. Let's see. I have commit for Kelsey this week if I did it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. New England is just a knockoff of Boston. So for real, y'all like Stroud rest season over Lamar. I got Stroud off waivers, so I'm happy about it. Just Baltimore myself, so it's hard.
They just have a nice schedule. They have a really nice schedule.
He's in one of the worst divisions in the league, and he plays Tennessee twice in the playoffs. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
I know I did. I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah.
It was a rhetorical question, Tyler.
So yes, Stroud rest of season. I do like Stroud rest of season.
Yes, I do too. I prefer Stroud to Lamar rest of season. Absolutely.
Let's see over here. Thoughts on Jerry Jeudy going forward in Denver as a starting wide receiver 1? Not as exciting as we thought it was going to be. Sutton seems to be
a little disappointing.
Wide receiver 1. Right there.
There it is.
Love it.
Number 14.
Are we holding or selling Mike Evans?
Holding.
Yeah, holding.
Yeah,
and CJ.
About to get playoff Mike.
Stroud or Goff this week? I think I'm going. Well, who is Stroud play?
Oh, Cincinnati.
Goff.
Yeah, between those two, give me Goff this week.
Goff over Stroud.
But either one's a good play this week.
Okay, last one here. Millie Mill says, Y'all like D-Hop this week? Had a week matchup. Yeah, I think I like D-Hop this week.
You gotta play D-Hop, man.
Yeah, Levis got the memo when D-Hop came up to him and said, "Hey, bro, hey, look, this is what you do. You want to be good? You want to get this job? Just throw it up. Just throw it up. Let me do my thing. I got you." And Levis is like, "Sure, let me underthrow one. Let me overthrow one. Let me throw one 10 feet to the side." And D-Hop's like, "I got you. Catch, spin, touchdown."
Levis is like, "Dude, I watched you when I was growing up, and I'm just excited to be here playing with you. Let me throw it to you, please." So that's what I'm thinking.
That's what D-Hop wants, though. D-Hop's that guy. He's like, "Hey, just give me the ball. Just throw it up. I promise you, I got it."
Yeah, just give it to me. Guys, we made our 20 likes. We love you guys. Thank you so much. That's our hour. So we're going to hop off here. Guys, again, if we weren't able to get to your question tonight, apologies. It was pretty busy, but you can always go over to fantasyfootballadvice.com, get signed up on the social media site, 100% dedicated to fantasy football, and you can ask questions, answer questions, have a good time, create, join groups, whatever. It's a full social media site. Go over there and support content creators as well. So we will see you guys over there. That'll do it for us tonight. And hop on our Queen's Ransom show tomorrow night, Women of Fantasy Football there. That's at 10:30 Eastern. Right, Kyle? Is that right?
9:30 Eastern.
9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. Alrighty, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
See you guys.